What's good, YouTube? It's your boy P Money. So, on my way up to me finishing up a job here in Phoenix, I come across an article from a Blazers Edge mainstream media, and this guy says that Blazers fans deserve better. They deserve better, huh? Are among the most passionate fan bases of all sports and desperate for a winner. Unfortunately, the team's top brass don't seem to share the same enthusiasm to make that happen. Now, I really don't understand this article whatsoever. Um, we understand that the team is not, uh, they don't have the cap space to make major moves. Um, CJ McCollum was not planning to be traded. So the only way that you would have been able to get a big splashy move would be if the that would have happened. CJ would have moved. But we know that that's not the case. So I like what the Blazers have done this year. I think they're a much better team, especially than last year. They're gonna have guys that they can rely upon to give you solid minutes on both ends, in my opinion. I really don't understand what else these guys plan on doing unless you're basically putting in the facts that, we got Chauncey Billups as our coach and you maybe have been a person. I don't know if you were in particular, this dude, Ryan Buchanan. I don't know if he was one of those guys talking all that trash about Billups, I don't know if he was one of the guys that was going in on Dame for wanting Chauncey Billups as the coach. I don't know if he is a guy who's, just could be a suspected white supremacist. I don't know. Because it just seems like a lot of people on this Blazers Edge that are writing articles are just upset because they don't get what they want. So maybe you feel that you deserve better, but I feel that the Blazers have done what they could with the tools and resources that they had available to them. So I don't know what you guys want. So if this team, as currently constructed, gets back to the Western Conference Finals, let's say, are you going to be one of those type dudes that I'm going to see an article from later on down the road that's like, I knew that this team was so good, when you're writing bullshit like this? You know what I'm saying? They're talking about like what they're not paying in the luxury tax and all this dumb shit. Like, all teams are not trying to be in the repeater tax, man. They're just not. They're just not. Now you're trying to say that they're not trying to spend? Like, what are you saying, man? They are currently over right now, as we speak, over the fucking salary cap. So how are they not spending? How did they not improve the team? They've improved the team dramatically, in my opinion, this year. Signing Norm Powell, getting Larry Nance Jr. for Derrick Jones Jr. That's an excellent move. Like, the only thing that you can knock it for is his injury past. And Derrick Jones Jr. is a guy that will be out there every day. You know what I mean? He did have some small injuries throughout the season, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got Cody Zeller. I think he's an upgrade over Cantor, especially on the defensive end. You know what I mean? He might not be able to grab them boards like that, but we got Larry Nance and him on the bench, coming off the bench, grabbing boards. So our boards should be much higher as a team this year with just those two alone. And let alone you're going to have Nasir Little getting a lot more playing time, which I felt like he should have last year. You know what I'm saying? I think the schemes that Chauncey Billups comes up with is going to be very refreshing to this team. You know what I'm saying? Instead of having the same offense that they've ran for 9 years. Yeah, it was very successful, and we ended up having what was it, the second best rated offense or something like that? Something like that. I know it was top 5. I know that. So that's great. And to get a coach that could probably make the offense a lot more efficient, how could you be upset with that, man? How could you be upset with what the Blazers have done this offseason? I think they've been very good in the offseason considering the resources that they had available, like I said earlier. It's not like we could make a big splashy move if we weren't planning to trade or planning on trading CJ. And I'm actually okay with not trading CJ. If there's not a trade out there that's available that can get us a fucking big time player that can balance the team better, you know what I mean? Then I'm not trying to trade CJ for just some random dude just to make you guys feel good over at Blazers Edge. Like, get out of here with the nonsense, man. This team is much better than it was. And I believe it's a top 4 team, easily. I think it is. I just don't see how many teams that are in the West, like, they're always talking about how competitive the West is, but we always seem to be up there. You know what I mean? Like, not last year. Injuries kind of derailed that. But we were in a position that we could have been a 50-win team had our guys stayed healthy all year. And then what you guys have been talking, all this weird foolishness in the offseason this year, you guys just it seems like you guys just want drama, man. Like, you guys want that clickbaity type fucking article writing right now. You know what I mean? And that's disgusting. Like I said before in previous videos, that's a disgrace in your journalistic integrity, man. You guys need to stop with the foolishness. It's cool to have a difference in opinion, like, but when you say a fan deserves better, like, no, motherfucker, I like what the team has done this year. So you can't put me in the same mold as you. Like, I know that you guys have some pent-up hate towards some of the moves that the Blazers have made. You don't like Neil O'Shea. It's a very, very common thing. Okay, cool. Don't like Neil O'Shea. That's fine with me. It's not going to stop me from appreciating the moves that have been done and under Neil O'Shea's watch this year. So I don't really have too much else on it. It's upsetting to see this every day from these dudes that write for Blazers Edge, man. It's disgraceful to me. But this is your boy P Money. Tell me what you guys think, and I'm off this.